Welcome back, everybody. It's the second half of today's game between Troy and Garland here at Snyder Field. I'm Sean Cunningham. Before we begin the second half, I just want to give a quick shout out to the Red Sea here at the game today. We had a great turnout here for Senior Day here at Garland High School. We just want to give a quick shout out to the Red Sea, who's here in somewhat good force today. Got a lot of people from various athletic programs of the school. The boys are getting set to play next. They're on the sidelines as well. And we are getting set to go here in the second half. Lady Dutch currently hold a 2-0 lead over Troy. 2 goals came from Elena Levernoy, who made a really nice move toward the net in order to beat Gianna Behringer. And then Allison Rice scored the second goal. Bit of a fluky shot, but it was able to bounce by the substitute goalkeeper for Troy, Nora Miller.
This is Mac, and I'm on the camera that Noah was on last.
And Lady Dutch are going back out to their respective positions. Tor Rollins staying in net for the second half. Wasn't really getting too many opportunities to save shots in the first half. The Lady Dutch mainly kept it on Troy's side of the field. And they were able to get both of their goals that way with strong offensive projection. Now Troy makes the jog out to the field, and they will take their respective positions, and we will get started here with the start of the second half. As it will be Nora Miller lining up with the ball. She has Maya Rua beside her. And the whistle blows, and Miller kicks it right back, and we are underway here for the second half. And the Lady Dutch back in possession of the ball already. Kick toward the net to Paige Miller on the sideline. Kick it up, it's knocked down by Ryan, and kept in just barely by Marie Borka. Knocked down in front of the cage. Taken here by Gonzalez, now back for Miller. Miller off toward the net, kicked in front, and a goal! Allison Rice has done it again. And not even a minute into the second half of the game, Allison Rice with her second goal of the game on a deflection in front. It gets past Behringer, and the Lady Dutch lead 3-0. Well, that was fast. A great play in front of the net. Rice was all alone, nobody there to defend. And no chance in front for Behringer, and it's 3-0. Miller doing a good job of leaving. Now all of a sudden the Lady Dutch coming back the other way again. Gonzalez can't quite chase it down. And it goes back out of play. Troy will throw it in again. Levette knocks it down and quickly kicked back out of play again by Kettle Tucky. Now Lady Dutch will get the throw in. Gonzalez throws it over the head of Gordon, wasn't able to get a header on it that time. You looking for it, collides with Rua. And it goes off her and out of play. Yu for the pass, and it's taken now by Gonzalez. Yu plays it on the line. Now kicks it off toward the net. Trying to find a pass to somebody. As it was instead intercepted by Ocean Maida. But now the Lady Dutch have it. And Miller will kick it up, and whistle blows just as Rose Leader got possession of the ball. There's an offside call on the Lady Dutch, so it will be Troy's ball once again. Play at the center line, Troy. Looking to find some momentum here, but it's quickly intercepted by the Lady Dutch again. Gonzalez now trailing, gets free, shot toward the net. It is off the side of the goal. But Sydney Gonzalez coming in, popping up behind the defenders, and was able to actually get a good chance off in front of the goal. But unfortunately for her, it does not go in the net. It hits the side. And Troy will get the goal kick once again as Kettle Tucky lines up. Gonzalez trying to break it up. It's headed forward again by Gordon. Kicked up by Levernoy. Now you battling for it along with So Lovett. You still battling near the sideline, doing a good job. Gordon breaks free, keeps it alive. It rolls near the sideline. Gonzalez and Kussler going after it. And they can't get to it, and it goes out of play. So another goal kick upcoming here for the Flying Horses. It will be Emery Kettle Tucky doing the work again. On the ground, broken up. Here comes Levernoy again. And knock it down. It's kicked away by, that was Ryan in front. Now Miller a header toward the net. It goes over and out of play. So once again, it'll be Emery Kettle Tucky with the goal kick for Troy. Knocked down, picked up. Once again by Levernoy, broke up the last one. Levernoy off to the side. Tried to find a pass that goes off of Kettle Tucky that time, so the Lady Dutch instead of having to field a goal kick, will now get a corner kick. As Levernoy and Bogue both lining up near the checkered flag. And Levernoy kicks it up. Headed up by Gordon, knocked down briefly, shot taken, and it's just wide of the cage. Couldn't quite tell who it was at the side of the goal. But once again, another good chance for the Lady Dutch, and they're about to get potentially another one as they get a second consecutive corner kick. Up in the air, knocked down, and headed away by Raya, and a high kick off toward the net by Rice, looking for the hat trick, but that one is out of play. So it's been a succession of goal kicks and corner kicks so far. Gonzalez broke that one up. And now turnover almost in front of the goal. Rolling and a save. Behringer on Rose Leader trying to take advantage of the turnover. Now Lear didn't get too much on it though, and Behringer makes the save. Another pass intercepted, that time by Miller. Now Rice almost overran it, but still able to keep possession. Miller, pass back to Rice. It gets away from her. And it's kicked out of play by Annabelle Raya. Miller kicks it in for Bogue, makes a good move. Still going toward the net. Bogue shoots, scores! What a great play by Marie Bogue. The freshman pots one for the Lady Dutch, the second goal of the half. And it's 4-0.
Whichever one is Bogue.
And Bo gets some congratulations as she subbed out for Lexi Smith. It's another great play of undressing the defense in front of the net. Similar to how Levernoy scored her goal earlier. And Tor Rollins is also going to depart in goal. Amelia Torres is now in as the Lady Dutch's new goalkeeper. We'll have to see if Rollins makes an appearance as a forward later in the game. Now, Alexis Pree is now going to line up as a forward, rather as a defender, rather than a defender, I should say. So a bit of swapping around here by Coach Schneider as the Lady Dutch have now quadrupled their lead thanks to the Bow goal. And it goes back out of play once again. And Sydney Gonzalez with the throw in. She'll put it on the ground for Melody Yu. And back out of play. This time will be Troy throwing it in. Gordon on the ground, knocked down by Borka, but picked right back up by Paige Miller. Miller going toward the net. Has an open lane, shoots, stopped in front by Behringer, trying to collect the rebound and does so. Got caught up a bit as Smith was looking for the chance in front, but Behringer makes the stop. Headed down that time by Paige Miller. And now another kick high up, this time Klingworth with the header. And off to the sideline, it will be kicked out of play by Borka. Thrown back in, pursuing is Pree toward the net. Trying to make a pass. It's kicked away once again by Kettle Tucky over the head of Miller and back out of play. Couple more substitutions coming in. We have Kerr and Walsh coming in for Levernoy and Pree. I should mention is Maya Kerr, not Avery. Coming in now, Avery is approaching the scoring table as well as Kendall Barnhart, so you got to assume that they will be the next substitutions coming in. So Rice still currently waiting to throw it in on the sideline. And here it is, thrown in, knocked down by Paige Miller, and she goes out of play. A good defensive work there from Marie Borka. And now Kerr and Barnhart are both in. Gonzalez as well as Miller will head out. So 2 more substitutions made for the Lady Dutch. And the kick is up. It's knocked down nicely there by Avery Kerr. And once again off toward the sideline and out of play. So we're going to have another goal kick here for rather throw-in this time. Thought there was going to be a lineup for a goal kick. Also, I should mention Nora Miller is back in goal for the Troy Flying Horses as Behringer has stepped out. Once again, out of play. Gordon picks it up, throws it in, and now she'll have to do it all over again as it goes back out of play. Gordon for Avery Kerr going toward the net and just out of the reach of Bella Walsh. But it will be a corner kick for the Lady Dutch here. So it's deflected in front by a Troy player. Walsh was trying to pursue but couldn't get it cleanly enough. And the kick is up toward the net. Kerr battling forward, and it goes off of her and Raya and back out of play. And it looked like they thought it was another corner kick upcoming, but there will not be. At least not this time. Emery Kettle-Tucky once again lining up for the goal kick. And it's up and knocked down once again. Now breaking toward the net. Smith trying to find some room, and it's kicked away by Kettle-Tucky. And Lexi Smith doing a great job breaking free of the defense. While she tried to find a lane, there wasn't any to shoot from, and Troy closed it down and kicked it away. Back up in the air. Knocked down nicely by Kendall Barnhart. You try to pass forward, but it was deflected. And it's picked up now by Annabelle Raya for the Flying Horses. Raya, nice pass. Looking to find Maida. Trying to get position on Klingworth. Maida goes down. And she stays down. And she's hurt. And the whistle quickly blows here as Ocean Maida is down in a heap on the other side of the field. Now the trainers are going to come out again to have a look at the Troy senior Ocean Maida. And she is back up on her feet. Looks like the trainer was going to have to come out, but she is back up and walking under her own power, it looks like. And she got caught up in the collision there with Gabby Klingworth. She appears to be okay. She's going to be jogging off the field right now. Looks like they're going to take her out just for precaution. So Maida will come out. Maggie Pollock will be her replacement. And now they're bringing Maida back in the game. It looks like she'll be okay enough to play, so Pollock will step back out. And it goes right back out of play. That'll be Allison Rice throwing it back in. Troy trying to battle it out here. There's a little bit of pressure there as Avery Kerr gets it forward, racing after it, Walsh. But getting to it first, Kettle-Tucky trying to keep it in on the sideline. She'll kick it out of play. That'll be kicked right over to Avery Kerr. Back in it goes. It'll be taken here by Maya, off toward the net. And it rolled in, but the whistle blows. I believe there is a goal. And it looked just such a strange shot, but it went off of Miller and into the back of the net. I guess they will say it's a goal. So Maya Kerr gets the 5th goal of the game for the Lady Dutch, and now it's a 5-0 game. It's another innocent-looking shot right there for the Lady Dutch, and now it's 5-0. It's taken here by, almost taken by Barnhart, but it's just out of her reach. So the Kerr sisters convert to make it a 5-0 game. And Kussler throws it back in. It'll be taken almost by Garcia. But Rose Leader makes the pass now. Avery Kerr chasing after it. Looking to keep it in, does so. And Tor Rollins now is in the game as a forward, as I suspected would have probably happened at this point. Off toward the net again and just wide. And that'll be a Troy goal kick. Knocked up in the air once again, knocked down by Barnhart. Now it's left for Barnhart. Off toward the net again. Looking for another chance is Avery Kerr. Can't find it. And it's out of play again. So another goal kick upcoming here for Troy. The kick knocked down this time by Bogue. Now she'll kick at the center circle. Knocked forward by Walsh. And now Garcia trying to get it forward for Troy. And it's stolen from her by Rose Leader. Leader with a kick forward. It's going to stay in play. And now chasing after in the corner is Walsh. Walsh makes the move on Borka. Now leaves it for Avery Kerr. Kerr. Back over for Walsh. Walsh avoiding Borka. Kicks toward the net, and it's wide of the cage. So another goal kick for Troy upcoming. So for the Lady Dutch, 2 goals in the first, 3 here in the second. 2 for Rice and 1 each for Levernoy, Bogue, and Kerr. So 6, 7, 8, and 10. For the Lady Dutch with the goals today. Ball goes back out of play. We're going to have another throw in here. High up and knocked up by Walsh again, and now it's taken by Maya Kerr. Plays it in the corner, leaving it. Walsh off toward the net. Shot in front, and a score! Kendall Barnhart tips it home. wide open in front of the cage. It's the 4th goal of the second half, and Barnhart makes it 6-0 Guilderland. A fantastic passing play in front of the net by the Lady Dutch, and Barnhart has been playing well all day. Gets her first of the day to make it a 6-0 lead. Tor Rollins, who started the game in goal, with it here for the Lady Dutch. Gives it to the other goalkeeper on the team, Bella Walsh. And now it's back for Barnhart. Barnhart over in the corner. Stopping up, trying to avoid Sarah Kenna. Still managing to keep the ball alive. Barnhart and Kenna still battling with it. Kicked away briefly by Kussler and now taken by Maya Kerr. Kerr stopping up at the corner. Forcing a pass over. Now Kessler forces it back to Tor Rollins. Goes between the legs of Avery Kerr. Now back across to Maya Rua. Trying to find Ocean Maida, but it's broken up once again by the Lady Dutch. Alexis Pree now forces it forward. It's taken by Avery Kerr. Kerr back for Smith. That one intercepted and forced back to the center circle. Rice in a defensive role here. Gives it to Kerr. Now Kerr with a pass back to Rice. Rice back across now for Walsh. Rice trying to keep it in, and it's back out of play. Off of Marie Borka again. Thrown back in and knocked down on the other side of the field. This Lady Dutch player can't quite pick up the number. And we're going to have a whole array of substitutions coming in for the Lady Dutch here. So I can tell you, Gordon, Levernoy, and Gonzalez among them. So you see Walsh, Kerr, and Barnhart among the players departing for the sideline. Knocked down. Rollins trying to play it for the Lady Dutch, but can't. And it's forced away from her by Stachowicz. Now Troy back the other way. Chance here for Ocean Maida, and coming out to play it is Amelia Torres. Makes a good play to avoid Troy getting on the scoreboard. Now forced down by Raya was Kerr, the Red Sea, merging with a bit of jeers due to that hit. And it's thrown back in. Rollins looking to play it and has it in the center circle. Rollins on the ground, Melody Yu. Time continuing to wind down here. Yu making some nice moves. Now approaches the corner and got tripped up on the play by Kettle Tucky. So the two number 9s collide. And Yu is still down. She took a bit of a spill, and now Jenna Meyer is going to re-enter the game here with 16:35 to go. A big chorus of cheers emerge from the sideline. So Lady Dutch are going to get a penalty kick here. 16:20 to go. And it's on the ground. Here comes Meyer, broken up by Kussler. And will be forced back to the center line. Kicked up once again, taken by Gonzalez. Here comes Jenna Meyer, going off toward the net. Meyer Let it go. Shoots. Stopped in front by Miller. Taken. Knocked down by Klingworth. And now tripped up on the play by Rollins was Brianna Garcia. Played at the other end, this time by Cindy Gonzalez. She'll leave it back for Amelia Torres. Torres back up in the air, and it goes away from Cindy Gonzalez and back out of play. Thrown back in by Troy. Garcia loses control. Now Rollins able to pick it back up and give it to Gonzalez. Meyer has that go out of her reach, and it goes back out of play. It'll be thrown back in by Troy. Thrown back in. Gonzalez forcing it forward. Here comes Meyer. Coming back for the Lady Dutch. Meyer sidesteps. Goes toward the net. Shoots. Stopped by Miller. Ball looked like it was going to go wide anyway. So Miller makes another stop on Meyer. Klingworth plays it at the center line. More so center circle, and now Klingworth gets it back from Levernoy. Pass across. Gonzalez looking to stop it up. Cannot. Back out of play it goes. So once again, it'll be Cussler throwing it in. Headed down nicely by Rollins. Gordon, nice kick. Meyer cannot get to it in time, though. And a goal kick upcoming for Troy once again. So it'll be Kettle Tucky once again with the goal kick here for Troy. It's up in the air, knocked down by Gonzalez. And Meyer takes it near the sideline, breaking toward the net. Meyer knocked down in front by Ryan. Looks like she might have been tripped up a bit. I apologize if I'm sounding like a broken record, but we're seeing another goal kick for Troy. And a substitution also made. Out comes Maya Kerr. Rollins with a head up. Knocked away, but picked up once again. Miller off toward the net. That's headed away by Cussler. And Leader battling for it along with Cussler. That one goes out of play. And now substitution being made. Jenna Meyer gained some action late in the game. Will step out. And she receives a nice ovation as she leaves for Marie Bogue, who is now in the game with 11 and a half to go.
How many minutes do you have on your battery? Look in the top left of your screen.
Rollins and Gonzalez both battling for it. Now it comes right to Gabby Klingworth. Klingworth stopping up And now we'll give it across to Miller. Miller back near the sideline, kick toward the net. Batted away. Gordon was looking for the rebound, couldn't find it. Now Rollins battling for it majorly in front, but it's scooped up by Nora Miller. So a flurry of potential chances in front. And Miller with the punt. It's knocked down. Broken up once again, this time by Rose Leader. Paige Miller has that one turned aside. Now Troy trying to play it forward. Maida had that one go away from her. Now it's picked right back up by the Lady Dutch. Gonzalez off for Bogue. Bogue puts it back up top. Gonzalez rolls it back now for Levernoy. Levernoy has that one kicked away. Now back to Klingworth. Alexis Pree now for Melody Yu again. Yu on the ground to Miller. Back across, Leader. Stops it, now gives it back. And it's up in the air. Gordon trying to knock it down again. Off to the side. Bogue will run to retrieve it. Bogue in the corner. Gives it back for Gonzalez. Gonzalez back up top, Klingworth. We are below the 10-minute mark here in the second half. Klingworth back across for Gonzalez. And that pass goes off Bogue and out of play, so Troy will receive a throw in here. Rollins on the ground. Couple battles taking place for the ball. Now it's picked up once again by Gonzalez. Bogue. And over to the corner now puts a pass on goal. Miller knocks it down, trying to head it across, and it goes off and out of play. So 8:40 to go here in the second half. Lady Dutch holding on to a 6-0 lead as another goal kick is again intercepted by the Lady Dutch. Miller off to the side, gets a pass across, looking to find, I believe, Gonzalez, but it was taken back. Now trying to force it forward to Stachowicz. That gets taken away from her, and now back up top, Gonzalez. Gonzalez off to the side for Miller. Trying to keep it alive. It's kicked away by Michaela Ryan. Back it comes to Miller. Klingworth leaves it. Gonzalez settles it. Goes up toward the net. Gonzalez looking for Bogue on the pass. Can't find it. Now it's back for Rollins. Rollins up for Rose Leader. Back to Klingworth. Miller shuffles, gives it back to Klingworth. Pass broken up. Back to Levernoy. Levernoy settles it, puts it on the ground for Bogue. Bogue near the goal. Makes some nice moves on Kussler, still trying to keep it alive. Making some nice moves still. Now she'll put it between the legs for Rollins. Rollins knocked away. Off toward the net, stopped on the try from Leader by Nora Miller. Up in the air, Klingworth misses the header, and it's knocked down by Maida. Now Levernoy breaks it up, gives it to Gordon. Gordon for Bogue. Off to the side, and Bogue will kick it out of play. Kentucky once again with the goal kick for Troy. It's knocked down, and Rollins with a bit of a collision there with, that is Stachowicz. So a penalty kick for Troy. That one knocked down quickly by Gabby Clinworth. And now she bowls over Raya. That's another penalty kick. Troy looking for all they can get here. You doing a nice job of preventing Maida from getting to the ball. And it's scooped up quickly by Torres. Torres with a small punt up in the air. It's knocked down by Bogue. Time continues to wind down. Another collision at the center circle. Now taken away. Back the other way. Here comes Maida. And good job by you forcing it aside, and Torres will easily be able to scoop it up. Another small punt. That one knocked down nicely by Stachowicz, but it goes back out of play, where Tor Rollins will scoop it up, and she'll toss it over to Levernoy for the throw-in. Knocked down, and Gordon in another collision there. That was Kentucky who was on the receiving end of that collision. Another kick for Troy. It's knocked forward, and it will be scooped up easily by Amelia Torres. As trailing to the net was Annabelle Raya. Knocked back up in the air. Troy looking for some chances here. Klingworth knocks it down, gives it back up to Melody Yu. And now back near the center line, Miller will kick it forward for the Lady Dutch. Ryan after it for Troy, stopping up and getting to it after her is Leader. Now be kicked back to Melody Yu. Now back with it, Clinworth. Making some moves on Raya. Now it's back for Paige Miller again. Miller battling along with Ryan, but she's able to get the pass to Clinworth, and now it's back to Melody Yu. Yu back with it again. Now Raya trying to defend, but it goes right to Marie Bogue. Now Bogue will get the pass back. Near the side, it goes off of Kussler and back out of play. And Jenna Meyer and Kendall Barnhart each come in. Isabella Walsh will also be subbed in. So it'll be Gonzalez with the corner kick. Levernoy will take it. Now it's given here to Meyer. Meyer making the moves, deflected in front, and it's a goal! Jenna Meyer has got the goal to make it 7-0 Lady Dutch, and a huge group hug on the field for the Lady Dutch senior, and a huge ovation from the crowd. And what a moment here at Snyder Field. Jenna Meyer has made it a 7-0 game. And more huge congratulations on the sidelines for the Lady Dutch senior. 2.5 to go here in this game. Gordon will take it here for the Lady Dutch. And it's back at the center line. Gordon. Had the pass up for Barnhart, but it goes away from her and out of play. Gordon will take the throw in here from Barnhart.
No action on that side of the field.
Still with the ball. And the whistle blows. And that is all she wrote for today's game. The Gerland Lady Dutch get a blowout victory over the Troy Flying Horses. They take the game by a score of 7-0. They get goals from Kendall Barnhart, Elena Levernoy, Marie Bogue, Maya Kerr, 2 goals from Allison Rice, and the final goal coming from Jenna Meyer. And in goal, Amelia Torres and Tora Rollins combined for the shutout. Lady Dutch will improve to 4-5 on the season, while Troy will fall to 2-7.
All right.
And that'll be it for this GHS Media broadcast, but don't fret, we will be right back soon with the boys game that's starting in just a little bit. We will catch you there for that action. I'm Sean Kinen. We'll see you all on the next media broadcast. Take care, everybody.